And I understand because I live in the same Pop-Tart society we all do. We all want instant results. But we can get those instant results. Go on a chemist, go on a shake diet. A week later you've lost some weight, but you're starving. This lifestyle offers abundance. It offers vibrancy. I'm feeling the best I've ever felt in my life. Hello, welcome to the Rawsome Truth. My name's Jade. If you haven't been to my channel before, please subscribe. Press the little red button below. Also press the bell so you can get alerts every time that I upload a video. Today I'm going to talk to you about such an important subject to me. If you have been following me, you'll know that I personally have struggled a little bit losing weight on 80-10-10. And I am now finally starting to get some off. And I went sort of on a bit of a roundabout when I started this lifestyle. I first started and I was heavily bloated. And I lost 5 kilos. So yes, I did lose weight. Perfect. I was doing everything well. I was calculating all my calories on a nutritional thing. You can do it on whatever you want. You can use Chronometer or MyFitnessPal or whatever else is out there. I was doing everything by the book, so to speak. And everything was working well. I was all happy. Yay! Look at my belly. It's starting to get really flat. Wow, my legs are starting to shake, blah, blah, blah. And it was all really great. Then I started to gain a little bit of weight and I was like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And I actually fell into a little bit of depression over it because I'm going to be real with you guys. My main thing starting this lifestyle was for my skin. My skin was really bad and my skin's great. I love my skin. It's healed beautifully on 80-10-10. But you know what? I'm honest, and if most girls are honest, I mean, a guy will just say, I want to lose weight. But if most girls are honest, we do have that sense of a little bit of vanity and we like to have our weight off. And I gained a lot of weight when I first came over to being a vegan, not because the vegan diet makes you fat, because I came from calorie restricting lifestyle. I'd been calorie restricting for 4 years. I'd been up and down, yo-yo dieting, binge eating, everything else. And my body just went, oh my God, she's actually going to feed me. And the weight came on. Anyway, enough of all that. I did start to gain weight. So then I wanted to start losing my weight, working out the best way for me to lose weight and thrive on this lifestyle. And I am really starting to thrive on this lifestyle now. It's been through juggle and trial and error, and this is somebody, look, I've got nutritional certifications behind me. I've been coaching people in weight loss for years, 7 years, but I was new to 80-10-10. Just because you have a whole heap of nutritional information and knowledge and everything else behind you doesn't mean you're an expert at absolutely everything. And so for me, this has been a lot of research because I've put so much research into the 80-10-10 lifestyle and living as a raw vegan. And I've now invested 17 months of my life. So I've been raw for 17 months. So it's a long time and you actually gain a lot of knowledge in that time. But I'm now beautifully, my daughter and her boyfriend came over and said, you are really leaning out. And I am. I'm leaning out in my legs, my belly, and my arms and everything because I have finally created this lifestyle to work for me. And you have to make it work for you. But there were a lot of things that were hindering me from losing weight. And I'm going to start with the number one reason, stress. Number one, my life before I was in Thailand and I was living this wonderful, footloose and fancy free life was very stressful. I was working 60 to 70 hours a week, and that's because I was saving money so I can travel. So I was working long hours. I was working in mental health. I was also doing a lot of online work, online coaching, health coaching. So I was ultra busy. So 70 hours working in mental health, and then I was doing online on top of that. And at the same time, trying to build my social media, build a raw vegan group, which I have successfully built, called Raw Vegan Fruitarians for Life. So I was trying to do a lot. We're not invincible. Now, when we are stressed, we put so much work on our adrenals, our adrenal glands, whatever you want to call them. Absolutely, they start to work overtime. So when we're working them overtime, this actually prepares your body for disaster. Certainly does. It can make you tired. It can, pack your body down, shut your body down, shut your immune system down, all sorts of things. But let's talk about it on a weight loss perspective. It can make your body store fat. So what happens is every time that you're eating, and because you're highly stressed, your body is just holding on to that food. It's not burning the calories properly. Nothing's working properly in your body. It's not functioning properly. So when it's not functioning properly, you're either going to gain weight or you're not going to lose it. So if you're sitting there saying, I'm not losing weight on 80-10-10, and you're highly stressed, that can be a leading factor as to why you won't lose weight. And I say that as the number one. So you're probably thinking, well, my life is highly stressful. And it probably is, because we live in a fast-paced world. I can't believe how slow my life works now compared to what it was. And I know how fast-paced normal life is. And most of you watching here are saying, well, I'm not living the life you're living. Of course you're not. So what could you do to start alleviating stress? The first thing I would do is start to reschedule your life and have a look what you're putting into your life that you can really cut out so that you can focus on your health. If your health is your number one priority, you really have to start to refocus. And I know when you're working long hours and things like that, all those kind of things, really put a strain on you. But we do have other times in the day that we put extra time in. Are you spending too much time on social media instead of putting that time into saying, you know what, I've got to put that time into helping myself become healthy? It might be through meditation, it might be through yoga, it might be just by having quiet time in a bath, just really relaxing. I don't know what your de-stressor thing would be. For me, I love having a shower and I love sitting in bed and reading a book. That's a real de-stress for me. So sometimes I've got to say, you know what, pack up social media, turn it off, it's me time. And having that me time can start to relax you a lot more. If you've got other stress going on in your life, look at the things you can do to alleviate it. I have got a video on how to stress less, which I'll leave in the description if you want to look into further how you can distress your life. I think most importantly is make sure you're doing something for you and living your life with some form of purpose. Sleep or lack of it. When we're not having enough sleep, our bodies cannot burn as many calories as they can when we've had enough sleep. So when we're tired, our body sort of, it gets that real sluggish feeling. Sleep is vital. If you want to have energy, if you want to lose weight, you need to have enough sleep. Our bodies require between 7 and 9 hours sleep, probably a little bit less when you're an established raw vegan. Once you adjust to this lifestyle, you'll be like, wow, 5 to 6 hours, I'm cruising. But your body needs a lot of healing before you can get to those levels. You need to be having enough sleep. So if you're not having enough sleep, your body's not getting what it needs. Sleep is like nutrition for the brain. So if you want to be healthy throughout your body, you need to be giving your body the nutrition it needs in the brain. So make sure you're making the time to go to sleep. You're probably thinking, oh my goodness, do you understand my life, Jade? Yeah, I do. I've had children, so if you're a mother, I can relate to that. I've had highly stressful jobs. I can relate to that. I've worked long hours, including working night shifts and everything else, so I can relate to all of that. I understand how hard it can be to get enough sleep. I've also suffered insomnia through stress and depression, so I understand that too. But we need to start looking at some of the things we can do in order to get enough sleep so that you can start getting the results that you want on this lifestyle. Start by making a sleep program, so to speak, for yourself, and start looking at things you can do. Turning off your computers earlier, turning off your TV, your smartphones, everything else. Get off social media. Watch me though. But no, in all seriousness, get off social media. I don't know about you, but I've been guilty of it. You're in bed and your brain's still working. You're not slowing down your body. You need to have proper sleep in order for your body to get the results that it needs to get. So really look into your sleeping patterns and go to bed earlier. Don't stay up watching that extra late movie. Don't stay up chatting with friends. Don't, you know what, take some time for you and say, you know what, I want to start healing my body. I want to start putting my health number one. You start putting your health number one and saying, I'm really sorry, I've got to go to bed. I need sleep. And when you start getting the sleep that your body desires, you'll be surprised at the results that you start to get, because I know how good I am feeling now that I'm getting the sleep that I need. Sun is so important. My goodness, I lived in Australia and can you believe I wasn't getting the sun I needed? And most people aren't. 70% of the world is low in vitamin D levels. I mean, seriously. And why is this? Because we work indoors. We're on our computers indoors. We're on our phones indoors. We're always indoors. We're not getting out into the sun. But how many times have you felt a little bit blue, a little bit down in the dumps, and all of a sudden you've gone out in the sun and 15, 20 minutes later you start to feel really good? That's because the serotonin is released in your brain. And when we're getting those higher levels of serotonin in our brain, we actually feel good. But it goes further than just feeling great because we're getting that serotonin. When our bodies get sunshine, the sun goes down, some chemical bits and pieces go on in our bodies, and we actually get vitamin D from the sun. We need vitamin D, and vitamin D is great because it helps our body absorb calcium, which we need for our blood, our bones. But it goes further than that. If we have enough vitamin D in our body, we will actually lose weight. There was actually studies, and I've got it written down here. There was a study printed in the British Journal for Nutrition, and they gave half the people placebo tablets and the other half vitamin D and calcium tablets. Guess who lost more weight? That's right, the people who had vitamin D. So if you can't get as much access to the sun as, say, somebody living in Thailand or even Australia, don't make excuses if you're in Australia like I have many times. I've got to work, I'm in the car, I'm doing this, blah, 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 blah. Take the time, put a singlet top on and just get that 30 minutes of sun a day. Go in the sun between, probably about after 3 and probably just, about 10 o'clock, not in the peak of the sun, except if it's winter in Australia and other countries, I'm not sure, so I'm just going by my country, which I know. But get the sun, because I can't believe how much I'm thriving because I'm getting so much sun every day. We need sun. Don't worry about the slip, slop, slap. The reason people aren't getting enough D3 is they're putting all this sunscreen on them. I'm living in Thailand. I don't put anything on my skin. Nothing. No makeup, nothing. There is absolutely nothing on my skin, and I do not put sunscreen on my skin. I go out and I get the sun into my skin so that I can get the nutrients my body needs. When you've got sun, your body will thrive, I promise you, because I honestly am saying that this is one of the major factors for me starting to now get the results that I want. Water. Now, this is such a controversial topic in the raw vegan world. So many people say, I get all the water that I need from my fruit. Can you get all the water you need from your fruit? Sure, there's plenty of water in fruit, especially if you're having high water. But I personally have 2 litres of water a day. And I know that, one, it's made a huge difference to my skin. But 2, it's made a huge difference to my weight loss, and it's made a huge difference to my overall body. There's so many different people that, advocate so many different things in the raw vegan community, but I can't praise water enough. Now, first of all, water, why I drink it first thing in the morning is because the minute I'm having water, all of my cells are getting hydrated. But most importantly, my brain. Your brain is about 75% water. Do you think it needs to be hydrated each day? Absolutely. So it's so vital to hydrate your brain. When your brain's hydrated, you're going to think properly. And when you think properly, you're going to put the right nutrition. But let's go further than that. You're new to this lifestyle, and all of a sudden you're putting all this excess fibre into your body that your body isn't quite adjusted to. So all of that fibre is going in, it needs to get out. Think about it. You're on a slippery slide. A slippery slide, with the water, but there's no water on it. How are you going to get down that slip and slide? It just ain't happening. The same thing with all your wastage that's trying to get out of your digestive system, it can't get through if it doesn't have enough hydration. This thing causes bloating, constipation, and things like that. I personally want to have water. I want to push that fibre through. I want many toxins as possible out of my body. I want as much wastage, so to speak, out of my body as possible, because your fat actually comes out with your poo. So if you want your fat to come out of your body, so to speak, get that water into you. Drinking water increases your metabolism and also extends energy expenditure. So get that water into you. Easy. First thing in the morning when you wake up, get yourself a litre of water, 32 ounces, and squeeze some lime or lemon juice into it from a fresh lemon or lime, and drink it. Throughout the day, drink another litre, and you're going to feel so much different. And I'm going to let you in on something. I actually spoke to a friend of mine who is a raw vegan, and she said to me, I'm getting headaches all the time. And I said, how much water are you drinking? She said, I'm not really. Anyhow, I was listening to a podcast that she put out, and she actually said once she started increasing her water, the headaches left. So it's not about weight loss, but I just thought I'd add that little tip in. Lack of exercise. I said that word that everyone hates. Look, you want to lose some weight, you've got to do some form of exercise. Now, I openly admit I am not a big exerciser. I'm not out there riding 50 to 100 Ks. I'm not riding up hills. I'm not doing anything like that. But I do exercise daily. I walk at least 5 to 10 kilometres a day. I've been doing swimming. I do high intensity training. I have got some form of exercise in my lifestyle. It's up to you how far or how little, but if you want to start getting some form of results, extra results, well, definitely look into exercise. Even if it's just going for a half an hour walk per day, do something. Move your body. Fruit, dates, dehydrated food, those kind of things, if you're having too many of those things, that is not going to help with your weight loss. Ultimately, the best foods to be having are high water fruits and tender greens. These are the foods that are going to digest the quickest through your system. These are the foods that are going to help you heal. These are the foods that are going to help you cleanse. These are the foods that are going to help you lose weight. Now you probably think, oh my goodness, I love dates. I love dates too. Seriously, I love them. But I was eating far too many. I was having about 30 a day, and I wasn't doing the exercise to burn them off. The thing is, and this is what Dr. Douglas Graham said about them, he said, you know what, they're a high concentrated sugar. they're not a high water fruit. So the thing is, if you are eating them, sort of don't have 30 to 40 as I was having a day. Keep it under 10. And if you want to have them with bananas or have them with lettuce, or like I do as a banana lettuce taco, have them like that so that your body can digest them properly. I also drink plenty of water when I'm having dates. I love dates, but I know I was going overboard. And look, I've listened to long-term raw vegans like Yulia from Rawsome Healthy and Tanny Raw, and they themselves have said that eating too many dates can be a trap. They are 67 calories each. So if you're like eating 30 dates a day, that's 2,100 calories, and they don't keep you full the same way, say, a banana would, or papaya, or mango, or foods like that. So really look for those foods that are going to keep you fuller for longer and that are going to help build you on this lifestyle, and most importantly, help you to lose weight. Too much fat. Yes, too much fat. I know when you come into this lifestyle, you think, oh my God, I can eat all the nuts and the seeds and the coconut meat and the avocado I like. Well, I've got news for you. If you've got a body like mine, it's not going to do wonders. When I started increasing my fat, and I did before, up until about 4 months before I went to Thailand, I started increasing my fat. My stress levels were high, I was tired, all those other things that becomes that sort of spiral effect, and I started increasing the nuts. So I was having more, creamy dressings. I was having hands full of almonds and whatever else just to help me get through. Having all of that and having 2 to 3,000 calories of fruit and having excess fat was not doing my body wonders, and I was putting on weight. I could see it. I only have to look at footage of myself where I was losing weight, and then I can see my cheeks and everything starting to puff back up again because I was eating too much fat. So how did I change that? I've actually pulled fats out of my diet at the moment. Now I still get fats. You get plenty of fats from your fruit and your lettuce and your greens and all those kind of things. All the fat that you need is in there. But I've pulled out coconut meat, avocado, and nuts and seeds. I'm not saying that's for everybody because plenty of people have lost weight eating those foods. Just keep your weight under 10%, keep your fat under 10%. For me, my body at the moment is thriving on under 5%. I'm actually starting to really lose weight. It's working for me, no overt fats. So at this point in time, that's the way I'm going to eat. All I did was increase the amount of fruit that I eat, and instead of having a big creamy dressing at dinner time on top of my salad, I have cut up fruit with my salad instead of the dressing, and it's working for me. So really look at the fat levels. If you think you are having too much fat, download Chronometer, download MyFitnessPal, and just count your calories for a couple of days just to get yourself under control. Don't think, oh my God, I'm going to be chained to counting calories. I know it is such a dirty word, so to speak, in the vegan community, but unfortunately sometimes we need to do things to take measure. If a lifestyle's not working for you and you want it to work, you need to take measure. Download Chronometer, see what you're doing wrong. I was whinging. I whinged online. I said, I'm struggling. I'm not losing weight. I had to be honest with myself, and I said, okay, it's the nuts, it's the seeds, it's the fat. I'm having too much. So, and now, yet again, my weight loss is working and I'm feeling fantastic. And every breath you take. And another reason why people may not be losing weight, now this hasn't affected me personally because undereating is never, ever, ever an issue for me. But I know it is for a lot of people. You will not lose weight if you're starving your body. When you starve your body's not going to get what it needs. So what it does, it starts storing fat. And people say time and time again, oh, but I'm undereating. You may short-term lose weight, but long-term you won't. And if you want to really thrive on this lifestyle and lose your weight, make sure you're eating enough. This is why it is really important that you eat over 2,000 calories per day. I eat personally between 2,000 and 2,500 a day. I've got plenty of what I eat videos. I've got a playlist of videos with the calories, which I'll add into the description so you can have a look. And I eat abundant food. My whole mindset when coming into this lifestyle was, I am not going to starve myself. I am going to eat plenty, and I am going to make it a lifestyle, and I'm going to lose my weight. And it's happening. And every vow you break. Last but not least, but this is the most important part of all, be patient. Be kind to yourself. Be nice to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Realize that you are coming into this lifestyle and making a commitment as a lifelong lifestyle. So you know what? If you're not getting the results yesterday, realize that they'll come tomorrow. And I understand, because I live in the same Pop-Tart society we all do. We all want instant results. But we can get those instant results. Go on a chemist, go on a shake diet. A week later, you've lost some weight, but you're starving. This lifestyle offers abundance. It offers vibrancy. I'm feeling the best I've ever felt in my life. My daughter even said to me, "Mum, your hair, it's amazing. My natural curls have come back, which hadn't been here for years. I've got my natural curls. I can see around my eyes how healthy I am. I'm losing weight. I'm feeling great," but it hasn't happened overnight for me. It has been a long journey, and I'm on my way. And I've still got, probably about 5 to 7 kilos I'd like to lose. But I know it'll happen, because since I've taken myself off the no overt fat, since I've lost the stress in my life, since I'm happier, since I'm getting all the sunshine. I've always drank plenty of water, but I'm doing all these things. I'm getting enough sleep, and it's working for me. If you want to make this lifestyle work for you, stop, assess your situation like I had to. Look yourself in the mirror and say, am I being really true to myself? Am I being true to this lifestyle? I know I wasn't. I know I was getting a little bit greedy with my food. I was highly stressed. I was tired. I wasn't getting what I needed. I worked out ways to get what I needed, and now I'm getting the results I need. If you want the results you need, be true to yourself, be true to this lifestyle, and you too will start to shine the way you want to shine. Thanks for joining me. Subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, and most importantly, love life and live free. Bye. Every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. And every